So, first rule of troubleshooting is you have to identify what is what. Now, this sensor, the one I showed you outside, does connect to this board, but we got to figure out which one is which. You see there's a P15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, so on and so forth. Now, inside of this door, you'll see exactly what we have. So the circulator pumps, which is right there. Wire here, and you remember this P15, 14, 13, all that was right here. And boom shakalaka. That's what we have. That's where our outdoor sensor is. So, you see here, these two wires are connected to our outdoor sensor. So, you take this off, this will run. But you have to do this if you get a warm winter, like last year was pretty warm, and also it's already 70 degrees outside. But, and you see here, it's going to give you outdoor sensor error code. This isn't a bad thing. What this means is that for now, you're going to run this boiler without the outdoor sensor, and the screen will turn red. That's just going to let you know that this thing isn't running as normal with the sensor plugged in. But in this case, to get the customer heat on mild to warm winters, there isn't a way you can take out the sensor. And last thing you want to do is take these two wires out and put a jumper in between here, because it will give you a shorted sensor error. And if you short out the sensor or jump it out, this boiler will recognize that, and this will cause the burners not to work. So even if the sensor isn't plugged in, the boiler will still turn on the unit, because this sensor isn't a safety in a way. It's just a reminder that it's too hot to run the boiler, you know. But like I said, you got to get people heat, and this is not jeopardizing anyone's safety. Right now, it's just we're getting cold nights and well, warm days and cold nights. So you got to improvise, you know. So here we have it, guys. This is a Mclain Ultra 230 Series E, Series 3, sorry about that. These are switching relays, which the thermostat wires and the circulator pump wires go to, and they feed all our pumps. You have even more of these green monsters. So yep, here we have it. And this is another one of our supply and return manifolds. That's the return sensor, supply sensor. And it goes into a supply pump. So what they did here, let me step back so you can see. They have a return pump going up, return sensor, manifold, supply sensor. It goes out, and this is where our supply pumps go. It's even more up here. So if this boiler only had one zone, you'll see a supply pump here. But since it has multiple zones, what they did was they just kept the return pump, and they branched out each zone to have its own pump. Because chances are, if you only use one pump here, upper decks will get cold. And yep, you see there. Domestic. Now this thing won't call for heat when the when the water heater is on. So you see that demand is a domestic hot water circulator pump. That's good that you're seeing this. You have to definitely look at the instructions, and Google will be your best friend. You'll definitely need the manual. So how to read this, Tom, It's going to give us that outdoor sensor failure. Domestic means that the hot water tank is running. Now, this is called an indirect water heater because you have your supply pump onto this domestic water heater. Domestic means, well, I'm sorry, indirect means that this thing doesn't independently heat itself. It has wires, pumps, and pipes that comes from the boiler. The boiler has a separate loop that does the hot water and does the heat. Okay, but keep in mind, you will never have both running at the same time. As you can see, the demand priority first is the hot water, and then it's going to heat the house. So, and then now you see it changed from domestic. Changed from, no, actually this is already on domestic, sorry about that. And you can see how it changes here. And you see where it says outdoor sensor, open. Before, this is giving us 77 degrees because that sensor was outside, but now it didn't. So, okay, it's saying open because we just took that off. All right, I can go on for days. Like I said, there's a million and one different scenarios, but right now, everything is definitely heating up. And to put this door on, you put it up first and then down. And then 2 screws latches on to here. Alright, see you guys on the next one.